look at how Bartimaeus comes expectantly. Verse, where are we at? 49. When Jesus heard him, he stopped and said, "Tell him to come here." So they called the blind man. "Cheer up," they said. "Come on, he's calling you." Bartimaeus threw aside his coat, jumped up, and came to Jesus. The last verse there says that he threw aside his coat. More literally, he throws aside his entire garment. What an odd time for Bartimaeus to get naked. I'm just saying, what is this guy doing? Because Bartimaeus, you might be blind, but the rest of us can see what is going on. No, seriously, this garment that Bartimaeus cast aside is a very particular piece of clothing. At this time, beggars, they would wear a specially striped garment so that people would know that they were legitimately begging and that they had no other means of financially supporting themselves. Beggars would use these garments to shield themselves from the rain or from the hot sun, and they would lay them on the ground to collect their offerings from people who would pass by. Bartimaeus, who has this garment on at the time, he calls out to Jesus, and Jesus stops, and so he's got his attention now. And then, in an amazing display of faith, Bartimaeus casts aside his garment. This garment being the piece of fabric he would need if he were to continue begging or to continue building financial support for himself through begging. But when Jesus says, "Come here," Bartimaeus throws this vital garment aside. See, Bartimaeus is coming to Jesus with expectation. He throws that garment to the side because he fully believes that this is the last time he's ever going to need that old garment. He had full confidence that the Lord would give him sight and that he would soon be supporting himself by some other, more direct means than begging. And in response, then, to Bartimaeus' humility and tenacity and expectancy and his childlike faith, Jesus asks Bartimaeus, picking up in verse 51, "What do you want me to do for you?"